Hello friends. I am going to do a little journaling sesh and I thought I would turn on my camera. I'm working in this smaller journal. It's pretty small. It's a handmade journal by me. Just some regular old watercolor paper. I think probably 8.5 by 11 sheets cut in half, maybe. Not sure. Anyway. And then there's a lot of messy backgrounds on here. And it's turned into a bit of a short poem, journal, poem, sayings, whatnot. And I thought I would go in here and just continue to add to it. There's some pages that need some stuff, need some finishing touches. And I thought I'd turn on my camera and capture the action. So here we go. I think, yep, camera's looking good. That's good. I've got myself set up here. I've got my iPod, what are they called? AirPods. That's what they're called. I almost called them earpads. I've got my earbuds in, listening to tunes. So fair warning, I may break into spontaneous song or drop a beat. So, you know, that's a risk, because I'm listening to my jams while I work in my art journal. And I'm just gonna go for it. I don't really have a plan other than I feel like this needs some finishing touches before I start working in it. Oh, look, that looks like that's actually the front cover. Before I start working in it, I will give you a little rundown of what we've got going on here. This, I think, is 140-pound watercolor paper. I don't think it's super duper high quality paper. It's probably one of the less expensive brands that you can get at a Michael's or, you know, any craft store. And I think I had a fairly large pad of it, and I cut it, I think I sliced it in half to make sort of a square journal. And the majority of the backgrounds, that one swatches, but the majority of the backgrounds here, let me find one, like this. This was from a spray painting session, I think several years ago outside, and actually Isabel and one of her friends were having a blast spray painting all these pages, and I didn't really know what to do with them, so I decided to turn them into an art journal. And I just used a really simple, let's see if I can find the middle. Is that the middle? Yep, here's the middle. You can see, let's see if I turn it this way. It's just a super simple, it's not even a big stitch. I just did two, and it works fine. Works just fine. And I like this kind of an approach because it doesn't feel too precious, and so I'm, you know, really not concerned about screwing it up. But there's a lot of stuff in here. I can see right there. Let's see if I can get it up close enough for you to see. Yeah, I think you can see the outline right there of something. It was probably a clothing tag, and it looks like I also have either some magazine or book pages down on the bottom. I think this is watercolor. This is probably Stabilo all. So there's a lot of different things going on in here. Oh, I think I made a list here, or maybe it was song titles. I don't know. It might actually be, oh, I don't even know. I don't know what it is. It's notes of some sort with, it looks like either craft paint or probably gouache on top of it. And this is turned into a little bit of a short poetry book, and I like that. I like that. So I'm going to keep running with that, and probably what I will do is on a page like this, I'll add some more collage or an image or something, and then maybe a poem. Yeah, like this is just you know, swatching. I think that was gouache that I got, which if you don't know what gouache is, it's kind of like watercolor in that it is water soluble. However, it tends to be more matte and opaque. And I really love using gouache in an art journal because it's so matte and the pages don't stick together. You can also get acrylic gouache, which after it dries, it won't go anywhere. It's just like regular acrylic paint. And so you can use wet media on top of it and it doesn't go anywhere. So that's kind of cool too. And it's still the same like matte texture. But yeah, you'll see there's some collage in here, more spray paint stuff. Oh, that, yeah, lots of collage. That just looks like a bunch of blobbity blobs. So we'll see. We'll see where we get with this one. And I'm gonna turn on my tunes and we'll just start getting into it. It was gonna come so quickly. Okay, I gotta stand up and get some matte medium for that bad boy. This is a napkin. I just got back from a trip to Chicago where I spoke at a conference for work. And this was just the napkin I got with like my soda on the flight. And I thought, oh, that's great. That's great collage fodder. So I just took this one little piece, separated the other ply, and now I'm just gonna put it right down in here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. All right, I've got some golden matte medium. Let's see what's going down. So I just like to put down a layer of matte medium. Yeah, real quickly, we're gonna find out if this is acrylic gouache or regular gouache. It's my soul's on the side of the road. No one's home, who's gonna help me carry my load? Little Larkin Poe on my headphones right now. Bones, all I got in my back. Bones, stick a fork in a socket, let's rock. Warning that I also like to make up my own words when I don't really know the words. So if I happen to be singing and you're like, those aren't the right words, yeah, you're probably right. And that's okay. Might as well just put a little bit of this matte medium all over the page so that if I happen to come on top of it with something else, it's all a similar surface to work on. You do have to be careful going over a napkin or tissue paper or anything like that after you've already laid it down, because once it gets wet, it's very fragile. And I have jacked up many a napkin, but you know, that's not a big deal. Again, I try not to be too precious with my art journals. They're just for having fun and experimenting. And, you know, we're not going for a masterpiece here. We are just going for some fun. You know, it's Friday. I had a long week. It's a great week. As I mentioned, I went to speak at a conference in Chicago. It was the QSR. And if you don't know what that means, that's the abbreviation for quick serve restaurant. So it was a QSR summit, and it was all about workforce planning and learning and development. And that's what I do. And the conference organizers had contacted me, I don't know, probably about 3 months ago, and asked if I would like to be a speaker. And I said, sure. And it's awesome because I do love to go to these conferences, but you know, it adds up. And, you know, as a speaker, I didn't have to pay the conference fee. They paid for my hotel. They paid for all my food. So it's a pretty good deal if you want to go to a conference on a shoestring budget. And it is it the third? Yeah, it's the third conference that I've spoken at. I spoke at 2 last year, which is kind of cool. I enjoy doing it. Okay, I'm gonna dry this. Oh boy, let's see here. I got my handy dandy hair dryer. Where's the, you can see there's paint all over it. But I'm gonna dry this so that I can turn the page and move on. I'm gonna push it to the limit. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do next? Do I want to move on? I don't know. That's kind of... With that double vision. Ooh, you know what I think I'm going to do for this one? I'm going to swap this out for a second. I think I'm going to find... Ooh, let's see. Sometimes what I like to do when I do... Oh, that's a good... That'd be good for... Ooh, look at that. That's like the the negative image. I love that actress. What's her name? Oh, she is Ethan Hawke. Is that his name? Ethan Hawke. And who's the mom? The mom is a supermodel. Oh shoot, and she was on Stranger Things. But anyway, I'm totally getting distracted. Squirrel all over the place. But sometimes I like to get rando words and just see what I see what jumps out at me. Okay, I think I like that. Now I gotta move these. Move them up here, maybe. Hopefully. I don't forget how they went. Okay. Again, I don't have a plan, so I just in the moment decided that I wanted to extend the cloud line, and that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I will actually come over this with the same blue to add just a little bit more continuity to that. Yep, that's definitely better. I'm going to do the same thing with the white. Yeah, that's good. And I'm not really all that concerned about like being precisely on top of the line that was there before. You know, what else I might do is take a little bit of, do I want to color it in? Yeah, it works. I was going to use a paintbrush, but actually I think I'll just keep going the way I'm going. Oh yeah, that's going to be good, because now there's going to be some continuity from the collaged piece over, and I think I will also, above this white line, go in with some very dark blue to carry that across. Good tunes, Apple. Anyway, again, squirrel, distraction. He talked about something that he calls the culture stack, and if you're familiar with like in IT, they call it a tech stack, especially in like the the food and the restaurant and retail industries, right? Because you've got your POS and you've got your online ordering system, and you've got, you know, just oodles, your demand planning and your labor scheduling, and, you know, just a ton of different applications in your tech stack. And he coined the term culture stack. And he walked everyone through, and he was like, I open book, like, I'll give you my vendors, I'll talk to you about how I did it. First of all, they start at nearly $20 an hour. Now, they are in California, but that is still above the California minimum wage. So that's awesome. And then there's like it was under $2 worth of additional, like, per person costs that they invest in, like, you know, not only a 401k for their people, but also they do matching on, like, rainy day savings funds, and they give them a lifestyle allowance, I think, that oh gosh, I can't remember all of it, but it's for, like, gym memberships and stuff like that, plus things that people, almost everyone uses, you know, Netflix. They negotiate good rates on that and offer that to people, you know, Spotify, whatever it is. And just really innovative thinking. I thought it was super cool. And so that was awesome. And then also there was a woman from Buffalo Wild Wings who spoke, and I loved their, like, competition that they do. I want to do that at where I work. And, like, I think it would be the perfect way for us to communicate with people and actually, like, demonstrate our company values. It would be an awesome way to reinforce those in a fun way, right? It was really fun. So yeah, and then I got to speak, and actually someone today just called me out on LinkedIn. I was very surprised and excited at the same time, because he called me out as one of his top 3, you know, favorite speakers takeaways from the whole conference. And I was like, that is awesome. And I totally remember the guy. He was sitting in the front row. And I remember the specific question that he asked about, like, how do you prioritize and, you know, juggle all the competing priorities? And I was basically like, you know, that's my jam. Like, you know, I love to problem solve. I like to be involved in a lot of different things. Work in a pretty agile manner. My team too, not just me, also my team. And, like, you know, that's just the nature of work these days. Like, you have to constantly be prioritizing and evaluating and testing and learning and adjusting and, you know, rethinking and reprioritizing, like, every damn day. And it does get exhausting, but it's also necessary. So it's cool that I got that shout out. I was not expecting that, but it was very cool. Because, you know, I thought I did a pretty good job, but you never know, right? It's hard to say. But that was very validating. Okay, so now I just need to come back in here with some dark blue. Oh, hey, look at that. I have a whole box. Awesome. Of those markers, of Posca pens. I don't even think I've opened these up yet. Oh, they're a little bit bigger. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yay. I think I will go. Yep, let's go with this. Ooh, this is going to be a big juicy one. Oh, you can see when you first open up one of these paint markers that there's no paint here. And it's just a nib like that. So what you got to do, number one, shake it up. Shake, shake, shake it. Actually, I put the cap back on to do that. Get those little guys going in there. You can hear the whatever the little, some of them have little metal, like ball bearings in there. You can hear it clunking around in there to make sure that the pigment gets all mixed up. Okay, and then what you do to get it flowing, let's see here, get a piece of paper, is you push the nib in. Oh, and you can start to see. You can start to see that the blue is flowing down in there. Yep, it's starting to come out. Awesome. Na 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 na. Okay, now I'm gonna come along like this. Maybe I will also outline the bottom clouds with this blue. And yes, I definitely am seeing some areas that I want to clean up with the white. Okay, I'm satisfied enough with that. All right, now let's come on top of this. Ooh. 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 I think I might want to do the poem down on her. Okay. Pardon me. Can you turn on the... Turn from this page now. Yeah, I am going to do this. This is actually from the very first night at that conference. My name tag. I had brought this with me. I had intended to do some more poem building in here, but I didn't get around to it. I didn't have the time to do it. So here we are now. Okay, so I think this is how it went. Let's go for some more matte medium. I did not have this matte medium totally closed and a skin formed on the top. I don't know if you can, oh, can you see it? Can you see it in there? I don't know if you can see it in there, but it's kind of gross. Okay, here comes the blow dryer. This is taking forever, but I do really like how it turned out. Kind of like, I doodled some, it looks like octopus arms. Oh yeah, here's the octopus head. That was before I put the dots on top of it. And it's there's some, I don't know if it's song lyrics or a list or journaling or what, but there is some writing underneath everything as the very first layer. Yeah, I like it. All right, I like it. I like it. That's awesome. Yay. Maybe I'll do, I don't know, maybe I'll do one more thing. I think a short poem would be cool right there. I think I'm gonna glue this one down, and that will probably be the conclusion of my session for this evening. All right, there we go. That one's finished up. So let's see, what did I do tonight? I'll just let's recap, shall we? Okay, so we did this one. We've got that poem there. Does it have to mean something? No. Does it have to be deep and profound? Absolutely not. Okay, and then I did this collage and extended the clouds. I'll probably come back and do something else on top of this. And then that one. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good for an evening of journaling. What time is it? 8:48? Yep, that's about right. Now I can go watch a show on TV and then probably hit the sack because I really want to go to yoga tomorrow. So thanks for hanging with me, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.